Hello everyone, it's Rita here, and today I'm playing, so it's what do you call it? Craft with me, I guess, or play, or Trash It Tuesday. I don't know. Anyway, I started off trying to paint, I tried to paint this card, and I want to make some charms, and I want to make them look like metal. So that's what I was trying to do, but I didn't. I kind of failed. So I'm going to try it again here in just a second. But first, before I do that, actually this blue here is absolutely no good. Um, Oops. I'm sorry, I've gotten kind of out of sync here. Okay, so Jody asked me a question, and I thought it might be easier to explain it on the camera than it would be to respond to her, but I will respond. She asked me what papers I use to print my background sheets and digital things, and I use parchment paper, and this is made by Southworth, and it's on my Amazon list if anyone would be interested in it. It's a little more expensive, but I like it because it has some texture to it. Okay, and then the other is the cardstock. I use a heavyweight. It's called heavyweight, and I think it's like 110 if that's heavyweight, but that is also linked in my Amazon. This I would cut out, like this one I print like journal cards on this paper, okay, because it's nice and sturdy, and you know, you don't have to double it or anything like that. So that's what I use that for. I use this sometimes in flowers if I'm going to use the flowers to kind of like put, like the Rachel pockets I did where the flower sits up above the pocket. But normally I print all of my ephemera. Depending on what I'm going to use it for, I print tickets and labels and butterflies and birds and all that on this parchment paper because it lays flatter when you lay it down on a page, and you don't need that thickness for small intricate things. Plus it's harder to cut out on the cardstock, but in some cases you do. You know, my problem is when I get digital kits, purchase any, the designer who does the journaling, the journal kits, they'll put, you know, things on the same page as something that's a cardstock. I don't have an example handy. So if you're a designer watching, that's my only thing, is that if I didn't have to print separately the items, because some are like stamps, postage stamps, along with labels and tickets and journal card. And I know they're trying to fill up all their space, and I get that. But yeah, it's kind of, sometimes I have to waste paper to be able to print those digitals. And then in my book, she asked also who I use. I'm sorry, I have this because I was trying this out to see if I could do it, which it didn't work very well, but I'm going to try it again. My book here that has all my flowers in it are from several different people. A lot of them are from My Porch Prints. Some are that I ordered through one of the like AliExpress or something like that. Sometimes I get flowers from other digital sets that like Collage Type always has some flowers with her kits. And then I think these might have been, I think these were with the kit, those flowers. And these are flowers from, I thought they were from Rachel. Okay, so, and then these more botanical bulb type flowers are from Junk with Steph. I love all of her botanical stuff. These are from Collage Type. These are die cuts. This one, these flowers were from My White Cat Journal. And it's My Yellow Garden is the kit that this came from. So I use, and this side too was a lot of flowers. I use a lot of different sources, or get a lot of flowers from other items. This one is the Roxy Creation flower kit that I purchased from her, and there's some on this side too. Okay, but when I first started, most of them were My Porch Print, I believe. Yeah, I don't know. I think these are also, oh, and Pink Monarch. Maybe these are hers, Pink Monarch, because I put the name right under, left the name Try To. Okay, so I hope that helps you out. Yeah, all of these are from, most of these are from Junk with Steph. And like I said, a lot of them are kits and so forth. And every time I need a flower, I don't have the right one. So I have to go get some more. Okay. I think that's it for what I wanted to go over with that question. So I was playing this morning, and actually, where'd it go? I wasn't playing. You know how you, I have these little pod things that are scented, and I put them in a burner, and they burn, and they melt, and then eventually the scent kind of evaporates, and you can't smell it anymore. So this morning I was getting ready to take it out and put in a new one, and I thought, I wonder if I could use that wax to put on paper. Because I know you can use wax and it'll translude the paper. So I took a paintbrush and I painted it on here, and because I had no other way I didn't want to pour it on, so I just took a brush and painted it. And I did the same with this doily, painted it. And then I took my iron and I went over it, and it got everything all smooth together. This one may need another iron job, but I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can put my, whoop. Okay. I don't know if you can see the transparency. Can you see that? So it is very transparent. And this was from that, this is from Pink Monarch, one of her, now I've got to turn it off. And so, yeah, I thought this was great. Let me cut this just to see. Because, I guess I could have used. So this is just, it's Monday for me. So it's a play day. Yeah, these are, I'm sorry, not Pink Monarch. I have some from her too. These were TaylorMade's. TaylorMade journals. But I have invoices from Pink Monarch as well. I always get those, well, I get Pink Monarch mixed up with My Porch Prints. And why? Because it doesn't really make any, it's not the same name at all. But there's just something about tying those two together for me. Alrighty. Now this isn't something you can write on, obviously. You can't write on ink, but it's kind of cool for transparent look. So you could fold it in half like this and put it in a page just as a transparency. Let's see. Let's just see how this shows through. So that's cool. So if you had a page with flowers or something, like here, this one has some flowers, so that would show through. Or if you made it a pocket, then it would show through that way, which I'll have to decide what I want to do with it. But I thought it turned out really cool, and it smells good. Okay, so there's that doily. I did that. Okay, then I wanted to make some little charm square things, so I printed out of the pond kit. I shrunk these down to 3 by 5s, you know, for photographs, and so that made me these little images that I think I can use on some of the same with the words. I can use them on charms. All right, so let's get to the charm stuff. Okay, so this is junk mail. You know, it's heavy cardstock. And what I wanted to do was put that over there. I wanted to ink it to make it look like metal. So what I did was I painted, I had these numbers that are silver or gold, yeah, or copper. And I bought these, I don't know, Joann's, I think I bought them, because I needed some big numbers at the time. And I've always had them, but I don't ever need gold, bright gold or anything. So here I painted these, like it was like shiny. So I put some paint over the top, just acrylic paint, this one. And it would be better if probably, I don't know, if you use white or gesso or something. But this is all I had. So I painted all that, and then I put alcohol ink drops, and then I tried to move it around, you know, to give it some character. It wouldn't move. So that was the problem I had. So then where did you go? I knew I'd lose it. Oh, there it is. I don't know if you can see this. This is the one that's all blotchy, and you can't see any, you know, it just doesn't look good. I might try and go over it again though. So this one I used straight on to this shiny surface, and I got this effect, which I like. See, it's kind of like a little bit of blue here, because I thought that would look good in my pond one, or any one for that matter. So now I want to make charms that look like, you know, tarnished metal. Let's say that. So I'm going to try this again with this acrylic paint. This one's milk chocolate. I don't think it matters what color you use, as long as it's something for your background. That's blue. Okay, so I feel like there's a shadow. Oh, hold on, my light's not on. You know, I get an idea in my head, and then I get in here and I start it right away because I'll forget. But then I don't turn all my lights on, and then I say, oh, I'm going to turn the camera on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this with the acrylic paint because I want some texture. And that's why I'm going to use this torn up sponge. Then I'm going to take a varnish after it dries and varnish it so that it'll have a smoother, you know, a surface that won't stop the ink from moving, I think. So anyway, I'm going to probably stop and start a few times here. put you on pause because I'm going to have to go and dry this. And doing it with a sponge or one of those daubers or something will give you a textured look. Instead of just, otherwise you're going to have lines. And I think I'm going to do the same with the acrylic varnish. I don't know, you probably could use Mod Podge, just something so it doesn't soak into the paper, because that's what happened. It soaked into the paper and to the, you know, the paint, acrylic paint doesn't move. Whoops. I was going to mix the paints with blue and brown. It's taking a lot of paint. And I have to do both sides so it looks like metal on both sides of the charm. So this is my attempt at mixed media, I guess. I was kind of disappointed the first one I did. I thought, oh sure, this is going to work. I think this is going to work, I hope. All right. So let me put you on pause and I'll run and dry this and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So I dried this and see, and then I didn't get it dry all the way. Oh well, it'll or actually it might have yep. Oh gosh, Rita, why do you do what you do? All right, I'm just gonna leave it because I already put the paint up. Yeah, and so when I finished this and dried it, it didn't seem strong enough. So I did take a piece of cardstock and glue them together, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so now I'm going to put this finish on it. And this is my Wise Owl matte varnish, but any varnish will work. I just happen to have this around, so it's not supposed to get blue on there. I'm doing it the wrong side. And then after we put our image on the charms, I don't know how many we'll get done because I've already have like 16 minutes into this. But I'm hoping this will keep the alcohol ink from soaking in to the paper. Now there's a long time ago I watched, and I made it too. I mean, it was, I think, before a video I made, before I started doing videos, was Bohemian Crafting, and she used tin cans, and she cut them open, and I thought, oh man, that would be hard, but they're really not hard to cut. I just thought of it a few minutes ago that I could have done tin cans, but the problem with those is the edges are sharp, so you have to, I had to wrap it around and use it more for oh, like a journal, not a journal card, but just a decoration, like a little plate, note plate thing. Okay, I'm gonna go and dry this, and I'll do the other side and dry it, and then we'll try the alcohol. Okay, hold on. Alrighty, I'm back. So when I put the varnish on, which was my Old Owl, it left it kind of white, but I tested it over here in the corner, and it does cover that white. Then on this side, I used, instead of the old White Owl stuff, I used my polyacrylic water base that's in this jug. Because I can never get the lids open of the bottles that they come in. So let's give it a try. Okay, so what I plan to do is just drop drops all over this. This is blue. This is called, I can't say it. If you can read it, it's CERULN. I don't know what color that is, but it's blue. And then I think I'll put a little bit of black. Can't really tell the difference between. We can add more. And then a little sepia. Because I want it to kind of look like my kitchen sink, which is copper. All right, then I have rubbing alcohol in here. So I'm going to squirt it with rubbing alcohol. I guess you can do it with water. I hope this works. Okay, move. It's not moving. I have a straw here. Just not getting the effect. I guess if I keep here, let me try. I didn't put 2 coats of paint because I thought this would cover wording and stuff like that. So far, it doesn't look anything like metal. Come on. Use all my alcohol ink on this one little project. Okay, let me spray it again. Yeah, it's just, you know how alcohol ink spreads a lot. Let's see if I can dab it away a little. This is just too much. Whoops. It's looking better. Sometimes I guess you just have to sort of work with things till they work. I mean, it doesn't quite look like metal, but it still kind of looks cool. And if there's a piece that doesn't look so cool, that's okay. We'll just... All right, so let me... I think I like it. I don't know. We're going to cut it up in small pieces. Probably too small now that I think about it. Let's put a little bit of, see if that blue will show up. Yeah. Maybe I'm supposed to put this like all on this and dip it in. What do you think? Let me try that. I'm just going to drop it here. Okay, this stuff is called Blender. Let's see how it works. I don't think it mixes it that much. I know you can do this with water, but I didn't want to get the paper wet. God, it's hard to blow it. It's not moving. I did bring my air gun thing. No, that's not gonna work. It drips. All right. Well, let me try water. Maybe I just need to lift it up. I'm going to try water. This comes up too fast. See why I don't do mixed media? Because I can't mix it. Right. Now it's becoming a big mess. Okay. I'm going to set this on it. Still not quite dry on top either. I have to go back and spray it with the, use the hair dryer. I like to see where the bumps are from the, can you see the little bumps? That is from the sponging on the paint. I think this is working better, but I'm not getting the blue. I wanted some of that blue. Oops. I have one spot over here I can't get. It's like my stamps. There, I got it. All right, I'm gonna go try this. I like this side better. But, you know, when it gets cut down, it's probably, I don't want this all over my hands. I'm just gonna pick up some from the back side and see if I get any extra stuff. It looks like I don't know what. Let me see. Do I have paper that I can make something with this? No. Let's just do a book page and get it sopped up. Ooh, oops. That looks cool. Okay, just let that dry. All the paper's curled up. Okay, I'm gonna go dry this and I'll be right back.